Was haben Sie heute hier gesehen?
Oh, ziemlich viel.
Vor allen Dingen deine Sachen, Mama, ne?
Meine Sachen?
Ja, hinter dir, deine schöne Kiste, dein schönes Poesiealbum.
Ach ja.
Das Folkwang Lab Kennen wir uns ist ein partizipatives Projekt gewesen, zusammen mit 13 Studierenden aller Fachbereiche der Folkwang-Universität in der ganz direkten Zusammenarbeit mit demenzkranken Angehörigen und Pflegepersonal in 3 Essener Altersheimen.
The idea is that students are working with people with dementia. They're coming into contact in care facilities, they're working with caregivers, family members, and the idea is that this working will linger, it will stay with them when they're working later on in industry as a designer.
Ich gucke nicht auf die Situation und analysiere sie aus einer fernen Perspektive, sondern in der konkreten Zusammenarbeit mit einem bestimmten Menschen oder mit einer Kleingruppe entwickle ich eine Idee und dann auch letzten Endes die Umsetzung. Also in diesem Prozess wird der Demenzkranke oder die Demenzkranke immer wieder mit einbezogen.
Haben Sie eine schriftliche Erlaubnis, dass Sie das Dach betreten?
Wir haben Verträge. Also was wir gerade ausprobieren, ist vielleicht auch ein stigmatisiertes Gebäude in irgendeiner Form zu drehen.
The idea that neighbors send this part of their house to someone in the postcard.
The inhabitants of this building, they're kind of invisible to the city, and I wanted to show the inner life of this building.
It is a selfie elevator. We ask the inhabitants who we are, and this is the answer. We are neighbors.
We're gonna take shifts and work as concierges. It's not always the question of money, whether it's rich or poor. It's just a question of if you care or not.
Hello.
The road to global democracy doesn't run through states, it runs through cities.
We need a network of cities, a network of popular movements, a network of radical political parties.
I'm ready to reach out and embrace a new global democracy, to take back our democracy. And the only question is, are you?
Cuando me dijeron que diagnosticaron a Teo con autismo, la primera imagen o lo primero que se me vino a la cabeza fue el rechazo. Y que a través del proyecto yo veo a Teo incluido, porque es el objetivo, para mí es el objetivo de vida, ¿no? Que Teo sea una persona adulta, cuando sea adulto, incluido en la sociedad, feliz incluido en la sociedad y en todo lo que hace, y el ocio es muy importante. Ir a un sitio en el que Teo no resulta, a nadie le molesta que de un grito o de un salto más y que es bien recibido, es el objetivo, para mí es el objetivo.
Day on and on. Cannot get this out of my mind. I'm on a mission, we keep it run. All of the crew, we keep it run. Never stop, never down with it. Whatever the constellation of goals attain them, the ones who fade on, we follow them up. Living life with don't regrets. Dancing like tomorrow, we might fade into black. Dancing like remedy relief to the stress. Caught up in the jungle, better stop holding back.
My name's Lorraine Gammon. I'm Professor of Design at Central St Martin's. We've negotiated with HMP Thameside to run a design thinking course. What's unique about the project is that they're creating anti-theft bags.
They decide on an end user to design for and actually imagine themselves in the position of that end user being a victim of crime. So we hopefully are moving them from being a perpetrator to understanding a victim situation.
She's on the train, playing Candy Crush, unaware that someone's actually gone in her bag, taken out her stuff.
It seems unlikely that art and design can get people to think about themselves in different ways, but in being able to create something, it changes them.
The main reason why this works is because change happens without threatening the identity. That's what you used to do, and this is what you can do now. I think that's what allows change and without the feeling of loss.
A lot of the times they are told, you know, where to go, what to do. So allowing them the space to be able to think freely, it's part of their resettlement, and we are here to support them in their rehabilitation as returning citizens.
Europe by People examined societal issues through arts and design. The programme consisted of 4 elements. On stage, with theatre, performing arts and projects.
Breaking borders is not about taking away borders. Breaking borders is about celebrating borders, celebrating difference, celebrating the diversity.
There was the wall, alongside the Navy base, where the political activities took place. A platform for visual arts, installations and performances. In line with the events in the Netherlands, there was a special installation in the Brussels EU Council building and a programme throughout the city. At Fab City, artists and professionals worked together on urban issues, visitors were surrounded by innovative and sustainable solutions. With the produced energy, we can now continue to work on a Europe by people.
So the idea behind the game is that the player travels through a fantastical world, but the fantastical world has a lot of corruption realities. Things like embezzlement, abuse of power, abuse of resources, bribery, and the objective for the player is to find solutions to those. So we see around ourselves, if I make the right choice, then the world gets better quite fast.
Corruption, fight against corruption is very high in the agenda of the European Union, and clearly the youth is one of the piece of the puzzle that we have to focus on, because these youth will be one day the adults and will be able to change the world.
Այս էպիզոդում մենք աշխատում ենք անտառի եւ կերպարի վրա։ Կերպարը պիտի գտնի մեկին, ով ոչ օրինական կերպով գիշերը կտրում է ծառերը ու տանի նրան իմաստունների մոտ։
You have all of the creative energy from young people and you get excellent results. And at the end we hopefully will have a game which can be played on telephones and online.